Anyway, got new thing. We're doing new things. All right. I'll watch more of your videos in a minute. Just wanted to watch this because guess what? IGN just posted top 10 fighting games. That's it. Not of all time, not of recent years. Just top 10 fighting games. That's it. Like, this has to be the most non-controversial title, mainly because, like, man, we don't want to fuck with the FGC, man. We don't fuck with the fighting game fans. They're fucking annoying, right? So it's like, we're just gonna do our top 10, and I just received a shit ton of gifts. Tully, what do you send me? I'm gonna open them on this. That is a Jagged Alliance. Ah, all right, and Superpower 2. Sure, thank you. I'll accept your offering. Thank you. I appreciate your offering. Okay. Let's watch this and let's see if this video is any good. And if we're gonna complain about it. Let's go! Alright, let's start with Third Strike. It's
Fighting
good.
games have a special place in both the past and
Let's
present of gaming. It's a genre that
Third
requires
Strike
quick
is
thinking,
my
quick
favorite
reflexes, and
Street
vast
Fighter
amounts
game
of
ever.
knowledge of both yourself and your opponent's options to play at a high
Matter of fact,
level.
if you guys were
It can
waiting,
often seem
before
intimidating,
the
but some of the
stream
most
started,
recognizable series
the
in pop
music that you
culture,
were
such
listening
as
to
Street
was
Fighter
from
and
Third
Mortal
Strike,
Kombat,
actually.
belong to that same genre. So for our deliberations in assembling this list, we've laid out some special criteria. We've
Okay.
excluded platform fighters such as the Smash Brothers series, as that's important enough to be a list on its own.
Gas! They literally say no to the most casual of their demographic. And at that point, the videos drop viewership. Like, well, I'm out! Fuck this place! I don't like it here anymore. Why does this look like this when it's like HD? What's happening? Anyway.
We only have one game representing each series, and while Legacy can play a big part, they must offer robust mechanics and still be fun to play today.
So is this
Here's
just top
our
10 of
list
all
of the
times, or
top
what?
10 fighting games.
I don't play the anniversary. I should, right? 10. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 9 marked a turning point in the
9?
history of MK. It was a reboot, not just of its story, but of
Yeah,
everything that
actually,
defined Mortal Kombat
Mortal
over the
Kombat 9
years.
kinda
Puzzle combat, motor
restarted the
combat,
whole
and
Mortal
weird
Kombat
creative
thing.
fatalities were all
That's
gone
where,
in lieu of a
you know,
back-to-basics approach that
they
focused
came
on the
back to
actual
life thanks to
combat
this
above
fucking
all
game.
else. It turned out to be the best possible decision for the series, because Mortal Kombat 9 brought the legendary fighting series back from the brink, thanks
Yeah,
to its excellent
that
story
actually-
mode, copious amounts of fan
actually,
service,
that's a
and
solid
redone
choice
mechanics
because,
that laid the
you know,
foundation for subsequent
for
games to
what this
follow.
game
It certainly was not
represents,
the most balanced fighting game in
for
the world,
I
but that
mean,
was
you can
part
like
of its charm,
10
and its
more
imperfections
or
are
11
actually
for
one
that
of the
matter,
reasons why
but,
many
you know,
fans still
thanks to
prefer
this one is that
MK9
you
over
have
10 and
those
11
games, so
to
yeah.
this day.
It's actually
You
that's
are
a
not
valid-
ready for what you are
Oh,
about to
are we
face.
doing this? Oh, we are
Even just-
actually putting indie fighters. Okay. Look at this motherfucker. Who made this list? This guy kind of play fighting games, I guess. All right, Skullgirls.
The passing
Fuck.
glance at Skullgirls in Motion will tell you that
Okay,
this
I
isn't
thought I
your
was gonna
average
shit on
indie
this
fighting
list.
game, but there's
What's
more to
happening?
Skullgirls than just
That's
its
not
looks.
content.
Skullgirls
How
has
can
one
I
of the
have
most
content if I
flexible
can't shit
fighting
on
game
it?
systems ever made. Every character has a ton of different combo routes, and you can play as a solo character with increased health and damage, a balanced duo team, or fill up your squad with 3 characters that are weaker, but offer the advantage of extra assists and combo extensions. Add in memorable character design, art style, and music on top of silky smooth gameplay and net play, and it's no wonder Skullgirls still thrives 10 years later.
Yeah.
Go time.
Oh, Virtua Fighter 5.
Virtua Fighter
Ah.
5 Final Showdown was the
I mean,
final arcade and console iteration of Sega's premier
And
3D
they brought it
fighter,
back,
and
too,
Ultimate
with
Showdown rebuilt the
very
game on Yakuza's
interesting
Dragon
take
engine for
on
modern
online.
consoles. Often credited with greatly influencing or even creating the 3D fighter genre,
but when is
Virtua
the
Fighter
next
is
one, though?
foundational
That's
to
the
video
question.
games. The likes of
That's
Yu
what I'm
Suzuki,
asking.
creator of Shenmue and Space Harrier, and Toshihiro Nagoshi, longtime head of the Yakuza series, helped craft a series focused on grounded martial arts, vast movement movement, attack, and counter options, and characters that became instantly iconic.
That's true. It's
Virtual
very
Fighter
grounded.
5 represents the peak of
So
this
you
design, with
fucking
gameplay that still
juggle a
feels true to its
motherfucker
roots,
for like
yet
3
distinct
hours.
from
Like,
any other fighter
the
out
realism
there, and
just
improves
goes out
on
of
the
the
series'
window at that
online
point.
features. And although some single-player offerings have been removed from earlier versions of Virtua Fighter 5, Ultimate Showdown is the easiest way to play the latest entry on modern hardware. With incredibly high ceilings for execution, such as moves that require input windows as small as 1/60th of a second, and characters that are fun to just mash buttons on,
everyone loves
Virtua Fighter
those.
5 Ultimate Showdown is a must-play for fans of 3D
Virtua
fighters and
Fighter
the genre
Is it
as a
on Steam?
whole.
I think it's in the
Better run
Yakuza
home to
games.
mama now.
Actually. Oh, really?
2013's Killer Instinct proved
Man,
the series
Street
was
Fighter
more
4
than the
is
Mortal
gonna be the
Kombat imitator
representative
some
here,
claimed
isn't
it to be. It was one of the first mainstream fighting games to integrate rollback
gonna be the
netcode, and
most
its online play is
vanilla,
still among the
safest
smoothest around.
pick
Its
ever.
dojo mode is the best teaching tool the genre has ever seen. It doesn't just teach you how to play Killer Instinct, it teaches you how to play fighting games, full stop, and is required reading for anyone trying to learn the genre. What's more,
Yeah,
Killer
Instinct
Instinct is packed with great single-player
play it
content,
that
and no
much,
matter
though.
how you play it, it looks great and has a killer soundtrack by Mick Gordon. But whether you're yelling along with the announcer while pulling off an ultra combo, landing a perfectly
remember
timed
playing the
combo or
shit
counter
out of,
breaker, or just learning
Killer
a new
Instinct,
character in training
for
mode,
the
Killer
Super
Instinct
Nintendo,
feels
though.
great to play and has the technical
That
depth
was-
any great
that was
fighter needs
fun.
while remaining unique. Now, if only Microsoft would release a sequel.
That's tough. Oh, they went for 3.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is
Why?
set apart by its character balance, or lack thereof,
I mean,
and
you could've-
team construction. Many of the
Yeah.
characters are broken in a way that only Marvel can get away with, and being able to put 3 of these characters
could've
together,
gone for
each with
2,
one of
though.
3 assist options in
Okay,
varying
this
orders,
is-
creates a
this is-
sandbox of possibilities. You can be in
All
complete
right, I'm not
control
gonna
as
lie.
you
This
perfectly
guy is
execute
like,
an
let's
infinite
make the
combo 1 game
least
and question your life
controversial
decisions.
list ever, right? It's listen.
As you're
Street
stuck blocking
Fighter
soul fists
1
nonstop
is not
without
gonna
having
be
a
in
chance to
this.
move the next game.
Guys,
You
that
can
shit
start a game off with a
barely
mix-up leading to a
qualifies as a
death
fighting
combo,
game.
mix up your opponent's next character into another death
Right?
combo,
Why not
and make
Marvel
one
versus
execution
Capcom?
error
Because
on their
this one is
third
the most
character just
recent
to
one,
watch
it's the
your
one
whole
that
team
every-
die to a level 3 X-Factor comeback.
Before
It's brutal
Ultimate.
and
I
unforgiving,
mean,
but that feeling
the
of
one
being
that nobody
all-powerful
likes.
is worth it. It's
You know
fast,
what?
flashy, and
But,
the combo system
yeah,
is
this is the least
ridiculous. It
controversial
will garner
pick
your
ever.
attention and
I mean,
take you
yeah,
for a
you could
ride.
go for 2, but all right. Oh, we're gonna have an ad. No!
Let me guess.
No,
those are
I
IT
now I
conference?
know how you guys feel.
Tops. Let's throw a rager.
Speaking of,
The king
whoever's not subscribed, welcome to ads. Wow, the timing was beautiful. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Anyway, the King of Fighters 13. I
The King
dig
of
it.
Fighters series has a number of great entries, with many choosing 98 and 2002 as their favorites, and 15 receiving a lot of love as
Well,
the newest entry.
you don't have it
However,
because
for our money, it's KOF
if you
13
had
that
ads,
remains
you'll be
one of the
watching
best
them
fighting
right
games of
now.
all time. The super detailed pixel
So,
art, pace of play, and
give,
hyperdrive combo system all helped KOF have a resurgence in the
give your
competitive
your
and casual
thanks to
fighting game
Twill,
scene
you know?
that continues to this day. And although the infamously difficult combo trials remain, they're not even necessary to use while playing. The characters, team-based combat, and beautiful animation
Yeah,
keep this
the
particular king
spry
on the
animation of
throne.
this was beautiful, bro. This, yeah, makes sense.
Not only is Dragon Ball FighterZ finally a good Dragon Ball game, but it's an amazing fighting game
Hey.
in its own right. The first thing
Hey,
you'll notice
I'm a
is the
fan of the
presentation.
Budokai
It
games.
is absolutely
Eat shit.
stunning
How about
to look at.
Butoden?
And
I
the
like
sounds of
Butoden
haymakers,
games
super
on the
dashes,
Super
and
Nintendo
energy
and the
beams
3DS.
give the action the punch it really needs.
Fuck you.
can freeze nearly any frame,
yeah, this
and
is
you
a-
might think it's straight from the anime. Combine its presentation with a deep
this is a
roster
pick,
of fan
yeah.
favorite characters, 3v3 tag system, an approachable
It's
auto
gonna have
combo system
rollback
that
now.
makes
I
doing
never
flashy
thought the
combos
day.
easy for beginners, and you have one of the most fun to play fighting games in recent memory, with competitive
I did
legs
make a
that
promise.
still
I might
endure
play
to
this
this
game
day.
again.
And with the recent announcement of rollback
I
netcode,
said they were
Dragon
gonna
Ball
I'll
FighterZ
do it
has
again
a very
if they put
bright
rollback
future
in this
ahead of
because I
it.
thought they were never gonna do it. Now I have to do it. Of course, it's Tekken 7.
Tekken has always been known as one of the most difficult fighting game franchises.
Yo,
its 3D
I
movement
wanted
adds
this
layers
guy
of
to make the
complexity.
fucking
There are
list
over
a little
50
spicy,
characters
I'm not
each
gonna
with well
lie.
over 100 moves
This
apiece,
has to be
and
the
the simple act of
safest
moving
top 10
backwards
list.
properly
That's
requires
the
practice.
subtitle, the
Its depth and
safe. They
complexity
couldn't
make
put it on
every
the
bit
title
as
of the
demanding
video
as it is rewarding, and those who put
because
in
that
the
would've
time
been
will
safe.
be rewarded. What sets Tekken 7 apart from other entries in the series, and earns it a spot here, is how much it improved in accessibility without cutting back on its depth. The series returned returning to 1v1 from the 2v2
Oh,
format
shit,
in
I
Tekken
actually
Tag
have
Tournament
them,
2 cuts
the
the amount
30th
of moves you
anniversary
need to remember
collection, I
in
have it.
half. But all of the
the
characters
Street Fighter 30th
individually are
anniversary
just as
collection, I have it on
complex as they
PlayStation,
were,
on-
if not more.
on Switch,
Rage Arts and Rage
and on
Drives
Steam.
are exciting comeback mechanics, but will never beat out solid play. And while the slow-mo finishers don't change much of anything to the gameplay, they have created some of the hypest moments in tournaments. Tekken 7 hits the balance of attracting a new audience without alienating
I love how
hardcore
they
fans perfectly.
Tease Tekken A?
あらゆる不可能を可能とする本
Oh my god,
人類に
Guilty
魔
Gear
法をもたらし
Strive. Oh,
未来を
okay,
築い
of
た
all the
The Guilty
controversial
Gear
picks, this
series
might
has
be
been
the most
pumping out
controversial.
excellent fighting
Which
games
is
for
not
more
that
than
much.
2 decades.
This is like
but Guilty Gear Strive
microscopic.
is where
This is
Arc
controversial
System Works'
for
flagship
Guilty Gear
title
fans.
finally found mainstream success, and
But
for good reason.
exactly,
Strive sports the
mainstream.
best rollback netcode in the business, something that was largely unheard of in a mainstream
Yes,
fighter
the
even a
rollback
few
is
years
magic.
ago. But good
Good
netcode
pick,
alone does
actually.
not
This
a
is-
great
this is a
fighter
good
make.
pick.
Strive also refined
more
the series'
center
notoriously
character.
technical
Yeah.
gameplay,
Yo, where's
making it easy to
Nitro
pick
Plus
up and
Flash?
understand without losing the depth or the diversity of Guilty Gear's Gonzo cast.
We
Every
riot
single
now.
one of Strive's 20 characters, whether it's Serious
Where-
Poster
where's
Boy and
Blaze
Rushdown
Blue
Monster Soul
tag-
Bad Guy,
is
or the
cross tag
coffin
battle?
swinging Gold Lewis Dickinson, plays completely differently from one another. So there's an enormous amount to learn and discover, even if you only play a single
Oh,
character.
shit.
Add in Roman
Which
cancels,
number is
which
this
lets you
one?
cancel any action into another action, and Strive has an almost limitless level of player
This
freedom
makes
and
so much
expression.
sense, though.
Combine all that with an excellent story mode, detailed teaching tools, tons of concept art and customization options to unlock, a rockin' soundtrack spanning nearly every game in the franchise, and some of the most impressive visuals in the genre, and
No,
it's
I really
easy
wanna
to see
shit on
why
this, but
Strive has
it's
taken the
like-
fighting game community by storm.
This is...
Picking a
I-
single game to represent the most storied fighting game
I-
franchise
alright,
was a
I thought it
tough
was gonna be
task.
Street Fighter
After all,
4.
Street
Not
Fighter
gonna
2
lie.
popularized the genre when it hit arcades in 1991, and Street Fighter 4 resurrected it when it
Yes.
hit home consoles in 2009.
That's what I thought was gonna be
but
that
Street
one.
Fighter 3 Third Strike is something special. It gave us Evo Moment 37, the Daigo
Okay, hold on, give me a second. Alright. Okay. Alright, continue.
parry, and inspired an entire generation of
Well,
players. but there's
I
so much
eat
more
my
to
own
it than
words.
that. The sprite work is still some of the most beautifully animated around. The backgrounds ooze style, and the jazz-inspired soundtrack features some of the best music in any fighting game. Even the
Alright.
roster, underappreciated at the time because of how few characters carried over from Street Fighter 2, and how weird several of the characters
has
are,
become a
holds up
classic,
remarkably
too.
well,
You know
with
what?
options to suit any playstyle. But the real highlight is the parry system. The decision to make any attack, from Hadokens
fuck, I
to
don't know
super
what to
arts,
say.
parryable, adds almost limitless depth to a series already
you
renowned
talking
for
about?
it, while
King of
keeping
Fighters
it fairly
was
easy
there.
to pick up and play for newcomers.
13.
Third Strike showed us what was possible, bringing the genre's most important series up to speed with its contemporaries, while simultaneously elevating it to new heights.
This is like a
More
list that I would
importantly,
make.
all
It's
of it
like, I'm
holds
gonna
up
make
today,
a top 10
something
fighting
most
game list.
games
It's
from
gonna be the safest
1999
thing,
can't say, and recent
non-controversial,
re-releases
but at
even
the end,
support
I'm just gonna
rollback
make Third
netcode.
Strike the
Street
best
Fighter
one.
3 Third Strike is, quite simply, the greatest fighting game ever made.
Yes, I agree. No lies were told tonight.
And there you have it. Our choices for the top 10 fighting games of all time. Which games do you think belong on the
of
list?
all time.
Make sure to
All
let us
right,
know in the
there you
comments
go.
below.
I
And for
love it
everything
how
else
the
gaming,
title is just top 10 fighting games, right? But at the end of the video, of all times, after your fucking fighting game is not there. Yeah, Blaze Blue was not there. For a reason. Ah!
you're already in the right place. IGN.
That was great. That was great. All right. Okay. Oh, commercials. We gotta stop them before it happens. All right. Let's let. Oh, I want to read the comments. Let's fucking do it. This has to be the safest fucking list. Why is Fighters there? Dragon Ball Fighters is because technically it brought so many new people to the fighting game community because of the IP. Dragon Ball was like, hey, super fucking big, and people's like, oh, what is this game? It's a fighting game. Come and join us. Stick around. Try another fighting game. Look. We have Street Fighter over there. You want to give it a try? You don't like that? You want? Okay, how about we go over here? You guys some Guilty Gear? Yeah. That's what Dragon Ball Fighters did. It's not my game, right? I mean, I haven't played in a minute. It was not for me, but I can't argue with how big of an impact the fucking game had on the community. So like, well deserved. Actually, there's nothing controversial. Is DNF dual bad? No, actually, it's not. It's actually quite fun. It's super wacky and very fun. At least compared to similar games like, I don't know, Granblue. Granblue is very grounded. DNF dual is very anime. It's just that there's having some problems right now because it's being overshadowed by a bunch of shit. They haven't announced anything lately. The game is just there, and that was it. They released the fucker. This match didn't. Why does Furry doesn't? I don't fucking know. Ask him. Don't ask me. I don't fucking know. He doesn't have it. I don't know. Let me read this comment. I'm so happy you guys mentioned Killer Instinct. Yeah, great list. Some of my favorite fighting games are there. I have forgotten Skullgirls existed. Yeah, this is the most safest list. I feel like, I was ready to, shit on IGN because it's IGN, right? So I was like, oh, they're gonna talk fighting game? All right, sure. And then apparently they just grab a guy who actually plays fighting games and is from the FGC. It was like, I'm just gonna make the safest fucking list ever. No one's gonna complain about it. And the last is gonna be Street Fighter because it should be Street Fighter, and then it's gonna be Third Strike because fuck 4. Okay. But they said that they were not gonna add platform fighters, right? Which also was a very tactical decision because there is some people in the fighting game community that do not recognize platform fighters as a fighter. Because yes, yeah, we segregate between different type of games for some reason. I don't fucking get it. All right, it's fucking weird. People stupid. All right. So this has to be the safest fucking list in the history of fucking lists ever. Even if I disagree with some placings, this was an amazing list. Actually, yeah, probably the only thing you can argue with this is the placing, and that is taste. It's just taste. Like, oh, you don't like this? You like this game better than the other one? Yeah, but he had a very good reasoning to add those games. The games that were added here, actually very good reasoning why they were added. Some debate with the placing. This feels really in tune with the FGC rather than going to popular games. Well, to be fair, the great majority of this was probably. But yeah, going for Marvel vs. Captain King vs. 2, that was so correct. But Mortal Kombat was there. And Mortal Kombat 9. You have to understand, Mortal Kombat 9 opened the doors for Injustice and all the other Mortal Kombat. It's like, NetherRealms got revitalized thanks to Mortal Kombat 9. So Mortal Kombat 9 was the most influential game for them. Right? So it kind of makes sense. Power... Who the fuck, man? Come on now. That is just digging game from 100,000 years ago. This is the safest list. Didn't I tell you this is the safest of the safest list? There's no controversy here. I can't wait to find one in the comments like, yours, where's Melty Blood? Eat shit, bro. I'm surprised Skullgirls made it too, because that's like, we gotta put an indie fighter. What is the most, well-renowned indie fighting game? Like Skullgirls. Skullgirls has been going on for fucking years, right? So there you go. This list makes so much fucking sense. It's incredible. I wasn't even paying attention at the placing. The Stickman fighting. I don't even know what the fuck that is. The fuck? What are we talking? What the hell is that?
Combat above
Yo,
all.
why isn't the fucking why is it not footsies in this fucking list? Shut up, man. So we got So what do we got? Did they put the timestamps in the comment, in the description? That would be great. No, he didn't. All right, that's all right. So number 9 is Mortal Kombat. I mean, number 10 is Mortal Kombat 9. I'm sorry. 9 is Skullgirls.
For what you were about to.
It makes so much sense. A is Virtua Fighter. Because they haven't released a Virtua Fighter game
5
in
Final
100
Showdown
fucking
was
thousand
the
years.
final arcade
Where is
and
the next
console
one,
iteration
asshole,
of Sega.
please? What is this? What do you send me? What is this Steam Power shit? A stick fight. That is literally. Is that even a fighting game? It is. It's a platform fighter. They say no platform fighters, bro. Come on now. It's literally they're fighting on platforms. It's a platform fighter. You go tell them. We gotta wait for the top 10 platform fighters. All right. Anyway, Virtua Fighter makes
Its
so
premier
much
3D
sense.
fighter, and Ultimate
Which number
Showdown
is this?
rebuilt the
It's
game
8.
on
Right,
Yakuza's
yeah,
Dragon Engine for modern consoles.
7 was Killer Instinct. Yeah, Killer Instinct is fun. A lot of people love this game. It's like it's like a cult classic. It's a niche pick for casuals, but you know, for the FGC, yeah, definitely. This guy's like a fighting game player. 7 makes sense. Killer Instinct, so much sense. Wow, I really wanted to shit on this, but
Marvel
Okay.
vs. Capcom
He
3
picked Marvel
is set
vs.
apart
Capcom
by its
3
character
instead of
balance,
2.
or
That
lack
is-
thereof, and team construction. Many of the characters
Like,
are broken in a way that
that's
only
the
Marvel can get
safest
away
pick,
with.
too,
and being
right?
able to put 3 of these
There's a lot of
characters
people
together,
don't like,
each with one
Marvel
of 3 assist
Capcom
options
series
in
fucking
varying orders,
busted.
creates a
It's a
sandbox of
classic, but, you know,
possibilities. You can be in
fucking
complete control
Storm
as you
and
perfectly execute an
fucking,
infinite combo 1 game, and question
Sentinel.
your life decisions as you're stuck blocking soul fists
Alright, I
non-stop
get it.
without
It's
having a
not
chance
like
to
this
move the
game is
next
super
game. You
balanced
can
either,
start
you know, same
and
fucking
take you for a
Phoenix.
ride.
Okay, and there you go. You say no SNK Fighters, like number
The King of
5
Fighters
is
series has a
literally
number of
King
great
of Fighters
entries, with
13, which the sprites in this game are fucking amazing. Marvel versus SNK. What the fuck are we talking? We're talking about real games at this point. All right.
Choosing
This
98
was the
and
last
2002
King of
as their
Fighters game with
favorites, and
Sprite.
15 receiving a
And
lot of
it's,
love as the newest entry.
they
However,
were
for
beautiful.
our money,
The
it's
animation of
KOF
this game was
13 that remains
amazing.
one of the best fighting games of all time. The super detailed pixel art,
this
pace
is
of
a
play,
really
and
good
hyperdrive
pick.
combo
Also,
system all helped KOF have a
non-controversial
an amazing
whatsoever.
fight.
And this one is the one that killed
Not
Marvel.
only is Dragon Ball Fight
I mean, what was the last? Even forgot the name of the last Marvel. Hold on, keyword is all the way over here. Marvel versus Infinite. Infinite is the last one, right? Yeah. The Marvel versus Capcom Infinite fucking controversy, you know, was, you know, just raging. And then out of nowhere, Dragon Ball Fighters came out. It was like, you guys like Marvel? Now think about that, but with Dragon Ball characters, and everyone went fucking nuts, man. This game
There's
brought
finally a
so
good
many
Dragon
new
Ball
people
game, but
to
it's
the
an
fighting
amazing
game
fighting
community.
game in
It
its
makes
own
so
right.
much
The first thing you'll
sense.
notice is the presentation.
It
It is
makes so
absolutely
much
stunning to
sense.
look at, and the sounds of haymakers, super dashes, and energy beams give the action the
It even
punch
has
it
a
really
button
needs.
that says
You can
fuck
freeze
neutral.
nearly any frame, and you might think
The
it's straight
super
from the
dash
anime.
is the
Combine its
fuck
presentation
neutral
with a deep
button.
roster of fan favorite characters, 3v3 tag system, a bright future ahead of it.
So, and the third one, obviously Tekken. Like everybody loves Tekken.
Tekken has always been
Personally,
known as
I'm
one
not
of
a
the most
Tekken guy.
difficult
I'm
fighting
more of
game
a Soul
franchises.
Calibur guy.
Its
So I'm
3D
kind of
movement
sad
adds
that
layers
Soul
of
Calibur's not there,
complexity.
but
There are
fucking
over
nobody
50
plays Soul
characters each
Calibur.
with
Just
well
me,
over 100
apparently.
moves
So
apiece,
it's
and the simple
alright
act
that
of
it's
moving
not here.
backwards properly
They put Tekken
requires
in there.
practice.
It makes
Its
sense.
depth and
Tekken 7.
complexity.
And
あらゆる不可能を可能
and
とする
Guilty
本
Gear Strive. Strive
人類に魔法
specifically
をもたら
is
し未来を
the
築いた
safest
The
pick.
Guilty Gear series
Because the other Guilty Gears were very niche, right? This is the one that everybody thinks right now because it's literally mainstream. He says it. This is finally mainstream. People knows what a
has been
Guilty
pumping
Gear
out
is.
excellent fighting games for
Thanks
more
to
than
this
2
game.
decades. But Guilty Gear
Just because
Strive
the
is where
rollback
Arc
in this
System
game is
Works
fucking
flagship
made out of
title
fucking
finally
black magic
found
or some
mainstream
shit.
success, and for good reason.
It's
Strive
wizardy.
sports the
It's
best
like,
rollback netcode
don't
in the
know how they
business,
did it, but
something
the
that was
rollback
largely
is
unheard of
amazing.
in a mainstream fighter even a few
And,
years
you know, in an era of pandemics, you know, playing online is very important. No one is advertised Soul Calibur. I know. I mean, it's Bandai Namco. It's like they put all their eggs on fucking Tekken. Meanwhile, the adopted stepchild, Soul Calibur over here is like, may I have another one, sir? It's alright.
to go. But good netcode alone does not a great fighter make. Strive also
you know
refined
what? You guys know
game
how I
community
said that
by
the number one
storm.
was gonna be Street Fighter 4 because it's the one that brought fighting games back from obscurity, and no, but this man decided to choose the classic that gave us the evil moment 37, Third Strike. And I'm like, wow, okay, you got this, sir. You got this. This is the one. All right, you know what? All in
Picking
all,
a single
I
game
like
to
this
represent the
list.
most storied fighting
He's
game
the
franchise was a
safest shit
tough
ever.
ask. After all, Street Fighter 2 popularized
But he had the balls to put Third Strike at the end, and nobody's gonna argue with that. So in a way, it's also safe. I like it. All right, not gonna lie, guys. I came to this list with all the intentions to shit on it, like really hard. And then I'm like, wow, I just can't. This guy just fucking 3D chess me like you can't, because this thing is super safe. You can't complain about anything here. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You can't. So like you win this one, IGN. I'll shit on the next video. Just you wait. Up yours, Walk Marlin. All right, let's move on from silly memes. And I was gonna do a super villain speech, but I'm gonna refrain from doing that. All right, let's move on to something else. This was a pretty good list. I'm actually fucking surprised. Fucking interesting. All right. That was lovely.